Hello and welcome to my channel. And this will be a bit of a different video than my usual ones, but this is going to be because I've seen a lot of Simmers do like videos like these of like what their hopes are for The Sims next year and like in the future. So I'm not going to do specifically just 2019, I'm just doing The Sims in the future, not specifically The Sims 4, pretty much all the Sims franchise, like what I hope, they're going to do. So I have a list of 8 things. First one is more realistic gameplay, which I know a lot of people, you probably, if you watch any of the other Simmer videos of what they want from the game, this is probably on the list as well. And what I mean by this is, like, I was watching the Simmer, Plumbella, I think is how you say that. I was watching her video where she was explaining it. She's like, yeah, like, said, like, for example, the teens, and she was saying that how, like, prom would probably be, like, a really cool thing to add. And I feel like, that, yeah, like, things, like, especially for teens and kids, I feel like, I always make my Sims, like, young adults, unless, like, I have a, say, like, I need to make them a child, so they have certain skills by the time they reach adulthood. But I feel like, especially, like, babies, toddlers, children, even kind of teens, but a little less, I feel like they're just, like, useless life states, because they can't do, anything. Like, I think like, toddlers are annoying to me. Like, when I first bought the game, like, I was really fine with there not being toddlers. I don't like toddlers, because you're just, oh god, like, they don't do anything, they're boring, and all that. I just don't like them. And then I feel like, they could add, like events for school, like Plumbella said, like, prom or something, or like, for children they could have like cute little school dances, and they could have like crushes and more after school activities and stuff. And I don't know if necessarily this is ever gonna be able to stuff that, I feel like they could add it to The Sims 4. I should feel like if they were to do it, or like, they add more stuff for children and teens, it should be like maybe its own like game pack. I don't think an expansion pack. I feel like that's it's not enough for an expansion pack, but you know what I'm saying. And I feel like if they can't, or like with elders, I wish they had like a cane or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's just nothing like real, like, it's the simulation of life. Of course, there are certain things, like there's no vampires in real life, as far as we know. But like, you know what I'm saying? I want, the game to be a bit more realistic in terms of like more stuff to do. Like, I feel like I'm just always so bored with like kids and teens, and I always just like age them up real quick because there's nothing to do with them. They don't know anything. Like, kids, like, what do they do? Like, they literally do nothing. Like, their skills don't really matter unless you get them to level 10, and I think you can start working on like actual, like, regular skills, but they don't do anything, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, it's pointless, because I'm just like, so I feel like if they added something, so like, especially when it comes to like, maybe they get sleepovers and like, and with their friends and have crushes and like more after school activities. Right now they just have drama club and then like the scout badge something. I don't know what it's called, but that thing. And I feel like they could use some more. And then teens, like maybe like Parenthood added some stuff for them, but I don't feel like it was enough. Like, sure, they have like mood swings and that's kind of it. And like, do they get acne? I don't even think they actually get like real acne on their faces. Maybe they do. I haven't seen it, but I feel like it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just need more realism in the game in terms of like, how life progresses, you know what I'm saying? So that's, and I don't know if, and if they can't like do anything, there's also a million other things. And they can't, I hope they will be able to do it for The Sims 4. But maybe if they don't do it for The Sims 4, this is something they could heavily consider for The Sims 5, which I'll talk about that later on this list. So yeah. So that was number 1. Number 2 is next year I really want university, because I didn't really get to play like most of The Sims 3. Like, I didn't have it on PC, I had it on console, mostly the PS3, although I did also have it on the Wii, and all you got was like either the base game or like Sims like 3 Pets, and it was boring, so I didn't really get to experience any of like the cool expansion packs. And the one that I really, really wanted always was university. I thought it was super duper cool, and like, I know they eventually will do it, because it would be the dumbest business move possible to not release one of the like, most like favorited, expansion packs. Like, that just wouldn't make sense. So I feel like something really like on a roll recently. Like, they had pets last year. This year they did seasons. I feel like next year they're probably going to do, at least I hope that they do, university, because I really want university. Like, oh my gosh, I just, that's pretty much what it's on this list. I don't care whatever else we get, I just want university so badly. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. The third one is a new occult sim. Now, going back to the fact that I didn't really have like The Sims 3 for PC, one of the other packs that I really wanted was Supernatural. However, I heard that, like, from, what I've heard, that it wasn't like none of the, life, I don't know what they're called, like occult, you know what I mean, thingies were very, they weren't like done like in depth, which is why people liked vampires so much, because it was actually like in depth and stuff. And so I hope that they release the new I know they're gonna do another one. They're not gonna just be, vampires and that's it. That would make literally no sense. Because I didn't really like vampires, because you can't go outside with them during the day or else they catch fire. So you can't leave your house except for at night. And Forgotten Hollow was really ugly looking. And at night they're like, it's just boring. I don't like to have my Sims go outside at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, my Sims don't leave their houses anyway. I don't know why, I just don't have them leave their houses anyway, but I feel like I still have the option to when they're human. When they're vampires, it's like, okay, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I hope they do. They're probably gonna do witches, which seems cool. I hope that they do them well. I'm not sure how they were in the Sims 3. I didn't get to play it, so I hope that they do well with that. I also want to see, maybe in later years, I don't really care for werewolves. Just hearing werewolves doesn't really sound interesting to me. But I think maybe mermaids and fairies seem really cool. Fairies is probably like one of the last ones, other than werewolves. Fairies is probably last on my list. But because like there's like a mod for it. However, the mod is kind of boring, because you don't really do it. Like, you can fly and change the color of your wings, and that's kind of it. So I think that yeah, I just hope that, like, I probably is gonna be witches. But I really want mermaids too, because I remember I loved H2O when I was little. I just want to have a mermaid sim so badly. So yeah, so I think now we're on to number 4 on my list, is better Maxis monthly live streams. I don't watch those. I didn't know that they did them for a really long time. And then recently, like, I think, like, when we were, like, inching closer to, like, Get Famous coming out, I was gonna watch them, and then I missed it, and then I think I was gonna watch, like, because I think Pixelade re-uploaded, their stream, and, first of all, okay, I'm gonna sound a little mean, but, they're so boring. I am so sorry. I was bored to tears. I don't want to say that they're I don't know any of their names, so I'm not gonna try and, like, dog on them too much, but, like, God, I was so bored. Like, it was just, and then also they didn't really engage with, like, the chat, really. So, like, people, if they had questions, like, they didn't get them answered. So it's like, what's the point of doing it live if you're not gonna, like, engage with the chat? You know what I'm saying? That's like, it's perfect if you engage with the chat, because then you get to, like, answer all the questions that people might have upon seeing whatever they're showcasing, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was a little weird, and then they just weren't entertaining. Like, I'm sorry, like, I don't want to say that they're too boring to watch, but, like, I want to get somebody who's, like, a little more live. I just, I'm sorry, I get bored easily, okay? Like, I was bored to tears watching them. I could not do it. I watched a good 3.5 minutes, and I just couldn't. Like, I tried so hard, you don't understand, but I just couldn't. So yeah, and I felt like, they should also, like, engage, because it's a chat for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna do a live stream, like, you should probably do the chat, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's that. Now I think we are number 5. So I want them to start working on The Sims 5, which I think they probably are, because they're like hiring people for, like, something involving, like, something involving The Sims and stuff. So they're probably going to start working on Sims 5, and my guess is that it'll probably be out around, like, 2022, 2023 maybe. Like, yeah, no later than, like, the end of 2023, because it's 4 years. Like, guys, like, come on, you could, like, figure this out in 4 years. So yeah, I think that I hope they start working, and I think, because I don't know why, like, in The Sims 4, one thing I didn't like is they took out things that were in The Sims 3 that people liked. In The Sims 4, like, cars, or I really liked horses. That's just me, maybe, and, like, there's just certain things that were in The Sims 3 that they took out of The Sims 4. Like, when they first made it, and they took out toddler. Like, there was just certain things that they took out for some reason that, like, did not make any sense to me. Like, I don't understand why they took them out. Because they're just things that people, it confuses me sometimes. I'm like, why take it out if clearly people liked it a lot? Like, and it's just weird. So that's peculiar to me. But, yeah, I hope that, like, if they, and they probably are, beginning to work on The Sims 5, I really hope that they actually, take, some of the ideas that people have, especially on, like, as I stated previously, like, my first point of more realistic gameplay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to things involving, like, time, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why it takes my sim 3 hours to eat a bowl of yogurt. Like, it shouldn't. Like, it's better than it was previously in, like, The Sims 3 and 2, and you know what I'm saying? But still, like, you guys have to fix that. Like, that's unacceptable. Like, I don't understand. Like, this is supposed to be, like, a simulation of life. And I'll see people do these, like, 24 hours living as my sim challenge, and then they're sitting at, like, eating a bowl of cereal. From like 8 a.m. to the afternoon, which I know is an exaggeration, but you know what I'm saying. And like, I know this, it's just, I hope they take some of like the criticism and like some ideas from the community and like put it toward, and like actually, think of that when they're making like The Sims 5. So yeah, so number 6, which is pretty much goes off of number 1. I realized teens game pack, or like a teens or a kids type of game pack. Which they don't have to do this next year, but like I hope it would be done as soon as possible. Maybe not a game pack, but I feel like at least a game pack where it just adds on like teens and like kids, like have them go to prom and like, you know what I'm saying, or like, oh my god, it would be so cool. This is a bit much. This is probably something that they would like, if they were to somehow do it, they would probably have to wait till The Sims 5 to ever do something like this. But you know how like we have things where like, you know how they like get to work, you can go to their job. Like I would think it'd be really cool if like you got to like go to their school and stuff. But that's like a lot, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't think they're gonna do that anytime soon, if at all. Definitely not in The Sims 4. I don't think they're gonna ever do something like that. But yeah, something that's just adding to like teens and kids, you know what I'm saying? More than just being like moody and stuff. And like, especially for kids, like give them more clothes. Like, I feel like all of my children's Sims, because I use custom content, of course, but my game can only handle so much custom content. I play on a laptop. Like, she tries, okay? Like, it's a lot for her, okay? So, it's, like, a lot. And so, I can't, like, download too much custom content, especially if I barely play kids. I don't want to download a bunch of custom content for kids if I'm not going to, like, play them a bunch. But if I do have kids, like, in the game, I would like it if, like, I didn't only have like 5 shirts to pick from. I know that's an exaggeration, there's more, but they all look ugly and like they just don't look like nice clothes. I'm just like, eh. And the hair is whatever, like it's okay. Like it's just, just add something, like, just, like you know what I mean? And like, good God. Like, I would wish there's, like, maybe something in the game that, like, for toddlers where it's, like, you could just send them off to daycare. But I know you can do that if the sim leaves the house. But, like, I don't want them home. I'm sorry. Like, I wish toddlers could go to school, too. Like, go to pre-K or something. Like, I don't care. I just can't stand. That's just my personal preference. This just has nothing to do with teens game pack. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I want a teens kind of game pack where, like, it adds, like, prom. I said this, like, a million times already. Just teenage stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, 7 is, I don't know if it's called, but like better, I don't know if AI is the right word, but you know what I'm saying? Like, how like Sims are like kind of stupid, like how I stated, like they'll take like 80 minutes to like, eat like a chicken sandwich. Like, I don't understand, but it takes them forever, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or how sometimes your Sims will just like stand there. Like, they'll just stand, and, like, you're just like, what are you doing? Or you'll ask them, like, I don't know if it's my game is too slow or something, but, like, I'll ask them to do something, and then they'll just stand there for an hour, and then do it. But then, like, they have school in an hour, so by the time they get around to eating that breakfast that I told them to eat an hour ago, so that they wouldn't have to go to school hungry, they have to go to school. And it's just like, oh my god. And, like, I really hate, I don't know why, maybe it's for, like, their entertainment, to get, like, their, like, fun up, but every time, like, a sim will walk into a room, they'll immediately go to a computer, which is really annoying, because I don't want my Sims to do that, but they do, and then I have to delete the computer, but then I also need the computer for other stuff, and it's just like, oh my god. Like, and it just, you'll give their Sim, like, a million things to do in your household, like, dance, listen to music, play your guitar, and they'll just go and play video games for 3 hours, right? Or that annoying I'm sorry, I'm yelling. The most annoying, like, autonomous thing where, like, the Sims are, like, especially teenage Sims, which I know is, like, oh, because we're teenagers, that's we too. They'll just, like, look at their phones, like, browse the web on their phone. It's the most annoying thing in the universe for me. I can't do it. Oh, my God. Oh, God. You know what I'm saying? That'd just be cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, I was, like I said previously, when I watched the, people do, like, 24 hours is my sim challenge, and they spend 3 hours just standing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I get that the sim isn't meant for you to stare and look at your sim. You're supposed to tell them what to do. But, you know, like, if they'll be hungry and dying of starvation, but they won't go to the fridge and, like, get some cereal. And it's so annoying. I can't. Okay, and then last on my list is apartments. So, there are two things. One, I just want, like, I want apartments to be in other worlds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Get Famous was, like, a great opportunity to have, like, apartments in other worlds, but they, for some reason, just, like, didn't take that opportunity for some reason. I don't understand. Like, they just didn't. Like, it was weird. They just, and Del Sol was way too small, and they could have added a little section where you had apartments, but they didn't, and they've had, like, I don't understand that. Like, put apartments other places. Like, sure, I get, like, you know, city living, it's unique because you get apartments and stuff, but, like, put apartments in other places, okay? It just makes it a bit more realistic. Also, second thing on apartments is better customization of apartments. And by that I mean, first I want, you know, it would be cool if people were able to, like, make their own, like, apartments, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could, you know, change the walls and stuff and all that good stuff. Like, you could, like, Simmers could make apartments instead of you just having, like, what they have in the game and just having to, like, work around that, you know what I'm saying, on your own, because I don't like to build, so I don't want to have to refurnish my apartment, but I kind of have to unless I put down rooms, but then it's a lot, and it's so annoying, so that sucks. And then, like, you know, it would just be cool if, like, you know what I mean, like, if you just make your own apartments, that would be really awesome. And if you could, like, for some reason in apartments, I guess, you can't change the walls or something, which is mind-boggling to me. Like, why? Like, I don't get that. Like, I really don't understand that. But for some reason, you know what I'm saying, like, there's just so much you could do. Like, apartments are so cool. And I feel like, you know, I think, as, like, it's just, yeah, I just feel like, especially, like, one thing I was excited about city living is, like, I feel like in a city, everything's, like, you know, open and vast and, like, bustling. But I feel like, especially since, like, we have so many loading screens, which I get is because in Sims 3, when they tried to do an open world, it was a tragedy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't work out. But, like, at least, like, as I think Plumbella said, like, semi-open world or something. Because I feel like I have no, like, when I'm in apartments, I want to go out and do stuff, but all you can go is that little center place or whatever, you know what I'm saying, which is kind of boring. And I just can't stand, like, you can't go anywhere, like, I have no, like, I feel no desire to, like, go places because I feel like I can't stand loading screens. I am the most impatient person in the universe, which I understand this is probably something that they're probably going to have to postpone until Sims 5, because this is just kind of, like, seems like a core thing in the game that it'll be weird to all of a sudden change 4 years into, like, the game being out, you know what I'm saying? So, but, like, maybe when they're making Sims 5, like, they have to do a whole open world, because that doesn't work on a lot of people's computers. Like, I know my laptop, like, she tries, but, like, she would fail. But, yeah, I feel like, you know, maybe for the Sims 5, have, like, you know, semi-open, like, I can't stand, I feel like, I don't know desire to, like, go out into the world, because I can't stand a million loading screens. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I just can't. But I know I went way off tangent for these last 2 points. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's kind of what I want for The Sims in the future. Not just in 2019 and not just for The Sims 4, though most of this was Sims 4. But there are certain things I understand that they probably won't be able to do in The Sims 4. They're probably going to do it in The Sims 5. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video of me just talking for 20 minutes straight. If you did, leave a like. Check out some of my other videos, and subscribe, because that would be cool. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you had I hope you have a great New Year, a happy New Year. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a very Merry Christmas, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. So, yeah, bye-bye.